Yo, what is up? We are back. Happy New Year's, and this is like a throwback Thursday kind of video. We are going back to the, back in the days when this tank was still happening. This is the Pershing M26 Tier 8 medium tank, and leading up to this tank, you started off with the M3 Lee, the Easy 8s, and then you moved on to the Tier 7 T20, which still remains one of the best, most fun tanks in the game in Tier 7. A Tier 7 medium tank that's really good is a T20. And if you grind this line, M3 Lee, Easy 8, T20, Pershing, pattern and Tier 10 pattern, you are going to have a fun time all the way through, and that's because this tank is really friendly and easy to play. Now, it's not exactly the best medium tank out there. It's definitely not a heavy tank. You're going to take a lot of damage, but it does have a little bit of armor that you can bounce and stop shells with. Now, I completely fucked up here. I actually side-scraped the wrong section. I completely got miscalculated, and I completely forgot where I was actually. But anyway, the reason why I'm coming to the middle of the map in Siegfried Line is because this map has been reworked yet again, and they finally, well, I don't want to say finally, but this tank used to be biased on the north side, and then they made some holes in the center of this map where from the south spawn you could shoot into this hole here, and then it made this map south bias. And they've reworked this map, and they've covered up the holes, and they gave us a little bit of elevation from the north side, and this makes the north elevation, the north side of this map in the center square of this map. It makes this place like have a little bit of an advantage over the south side again, which is why I'm here in the middle of the map. With this tank, you kind of have like a little bit of armor, a little bit of gun depression, some hull down. Now, fighting a Super Pershing frontally, it's not easy. I tried shooting the lower plate, I made a mistake there, and now I'm trying to go for the, where the turret is and where the armor is cut out. There's a little bit of a gap. You can shoot and penetrate it easily. Alternatively, you can shoot the cupola or the springs on the left side of the turret if you're facing it. So the left side of the turret, the right side of the turret, and the bottom left cheek and the bottom right cheek is a good place to shoot the Super Pershing. I tried penning that Super Pershing on the lower plate with gold, and it didn't work. And the reason why I'm shooting gold is because I am in try-hard mode. I just recently discovered that this tank, I haven't played in over a year, is somewhere hanging around the 90% mark of excellence. Now, I'm not a real mark of excellence guy. I don't really care for it, but I thought that since I'm so close, I might as well try to edge it a little bit closer to the 95% mark. And I missed that shot there. That is terrible, but I can finish him off here, I think. Yes, and I do. And this means I can actually climb over and dominate this part of the map. That's really good for me. And I can take out this guy. Boom. And now I'm going to try and side scrape against the heavy tanks and a medium tank here. Boom. I showed him too much of my insides, and he peeked out. I mean, he gave me his entire side just to get that shot. I guess it's worth it for him, but definitely not worth it for this guy, because all he got was my tracks. And anyway, this tank, 2126 DPM, 240 damage per shot, 190 penetration on the standard AP shells, which I don't use because I don't think it's very competitive. Even in the full tier 8 game, 190 penetration. Imagine that trying to fight a Super Pershing with a 190 penetration frontally. It's never going to work. So that's why I'm gone for the APCR. Even when I'm in full tier 8 games, I usually play with the standard shells, but I decided to go full APCR because I felt that I needed more. I needed my percentage to be a little bit higher. So 268 penetration with the APCR premium shells, and a 6.77 seconds reload times. Of course, I have optics, rammer, and vertical stabilizer, and I'm running food. I don't think I have BIA crew on this tank, but the aim time is 2.11 seconds with a 0.34 dispersion. The accuracy isn't that great if you're looking for snapshots. Snapshots in close and medium range is okay, but your distance shots, you really want to aim your reticle, make it to like super small before you pull the trigger. The terrain resistance, it drives a lot like a T-44. So if you have like a T-44, T-44 100, it's not as agile, but you get a feeling of that kind of speed and mobility. But I feel that a T-44 or T-44 100 is a little bit more mobile and has a little bit more agility compared to this tank. I managed to connect there, very lucky. And I'm going to push forward. There is not much left in terms of the enemy. There's only 3 of them left. I know where the Borsig is. I try to finish off this guy and then try to squeeze out some extra damage into that tank destroyer and this Borsig if I can catch him. I'm gonna try and sneak up to him and see if he's looking the other way. Looks like he's looking at my way. Oh my goodness. That was a mistake, but I had to try and go for some extra shots and see if I could get some extra damage in the end game. We were gonna win it anyway, so I just went for it. I think I did over 4,000 damage in this game, which is really good for this tank because it doesn't happen that often that you do so high output damage. So I'm pretty happy with the result. I got an ace tanker for it, 4,100 and whatever damage, a little bit of assistance as well. That's because I was out in the front. I had about 550 damage. So if you're pursuing this line of medium tanks, you're gonna have a blast with this tank. This tank is historical. It's been in the game for a long time. I thought I'd revisit it and have a little bit of fun in it. If you're chasing up this for your pattern, going up this line, you're going to enjoy this tank. Hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, man. Bye.